Hi, my name is Natasha Prelovich, and this is my project for the Base of 2022 season. It is titled Geographic Illiteracy: How Important is it in Today's World? So to start with a quick summary. So this study was designed to test the correlations between knowledge of geography and knowledge of current world events. And my hypothesis was that dropping geographic knowledge directly correlates with below average knowledge of current world events. To test this, I created a 3-part Google form with a preliminary survey, a geography quiz, and current world events questionnaire. And the result was that there is a direct correlation. So as you can see here, using the Google Sheets trendline feature, it is definitely tilted upwards, it's definitely visible. All right. So I got my original idea from dropping school scores, which I have been hearing about in various articles in the news, that North American scores for geography, math, language, sciences, etc., that they're generally in a downwards motion, and that concerns me. So I have also, from personal experience, saw that there is less importance placed on geography in schools these days. And this project really combines all of my personal interests, so geography, politics, and psychology. Further thoughts. My difficulties and enjoyments. Let's start with the difficulties. So I had a couple of time constraints with this assignment because we originally thought that the deadline was going to be a week later than planned. We were getting our information from a faulty part of the website. So I figured this out about a week and a half before the project was due. So I just had to create a new schedule, and there was a lot of help from the class, from my teacher, from all of the teachers who I were talking about to do this. It was really amazing. So that's why I managed to get this done. I realized about halfway through that I had very ambitious plans that were if I wanted to make them happen, I would have to have student involvement. And luckily, as I said before, there was a lot of help from the community. Lots of people pitched in to start to do this. And I got a total of 101 responses, which is really, it's about 40 responses over what my goal was. So it's incredible. Onto enjoyments, this was an entirely new experience, which I really, really enjoyed. I always like new things. These were many of my interests in one project, which is always something that is nice. I loved it that the entire class was involved because our class was doing it as an assignment that we were all creating base of projects. And it was amazing to see what other people's ideas were, how they could give feedback on my idea, etc. It was incredible. And finally, this was an interesting challenge, and I loved doing this. So I got support from my teacher and the whole class. I got support from my family. My mom actually is a teacher, so she got some teachers at her school to pitch in as well. And then, of course, the multiple teachers and students from 2 schools who did this study and gave me those 101 responses. Finally, future steps. This was really an incredible study for me. I would love to do more extensive studies on similar topics with the new knowledge that I've gained from this one. There were a couple of things that I never thought would come from this study, such as cognitive development theories, because there was such a difference between the results of the grade 6s and the grade 7s and 8s. I would really be interested in seeing why there is such a difference, because the trend line looks extremely different in the 2 groups. It really also led me to wonder how our education system is framing the way that we think about these things, and that would, I think, be a good topic for future research. And finally, I think that it would be interesting to expand the ideas that this study is based on to history as well as the present. So thank you so much for listening. This is my basic presentation.